Hey kids, I hope you're having a great Sunday. So have you ever been brave or done something that you wouldn't normally do? Well, today's story is about a guy named Zaccheaus, and he was just a little tiny guy, and he couldn't see Jesus, so he climbed up in this tree, and he was so excited to see Jesus. And I think that's the coolest thing about this story, is that he didn't settle for not being able to see or hear. He climbed up in a tree. And he was brave, and he did something out of the ordinary. And so I just want you to watch this story and consider doing something brave or doing something so that you can get closer to Jesus this week. I hope you have a great week.
Jesus met many people and did amazing things during his 3 years of ministry. One time, he met a small man with a big name. His name was Zaccheaus, and there are 2 things you should know about him. First, he was rich. Second, he was short. Zaccheaus was rich because he cheated by taking more tax money from people than he was supposed to. For that reason, just about everybody disliked Zaccheaus. As Jesus was teaching, many came to listen to him speak. Zaccheaus really wanted to see him too. He had heard of all the amazing things Jesus had done. The streets were filled with people, and Zaccheaus' curiosity grew stronger by the minute. Zaccheaus tried to get a good spot, but he was too short to see from behind the crowds. No matter how hard he pushed or how high he jumped, he couldn't even get a glimpse of Jesus. The crowds were too many, and the people were too tall. Finally, Zaccheaus found a solution. He ran ahead to where Jesus would eventually pass by, found a big sycamore tree, and climbed it. But then Zaccheaus got nervous. Jesus was coming right towards him. Here he was, sitting in a tree like a trapped cat, and Jesus was coming to look at him. Sure enough, Jesus stopped at the bottom of the sycamore tree and looked up at Zaccheaus. Jesus smiled at Zaccheaus and said, "Zaccheaus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today." Imagine Zaccheaus' surprise when he heard that. Jesus was coming to his house. Zaccheaus scrambled down the tree and showed Jesus the way to his house. He was so excited. The bystanders, and especially some of the religious leaders, were shocked. How could this Jesus, who was a teacher of the law, go and eat with a sinner like Zaccheaus? They murmured. The religious leaders were right. Jesus did eat with a sinner. He visited Zaccheaus to teach him the truth and show him how to obey and serve God. Some of the religious leaders cared more about their own reputation than showing God's love to people around them. Zaccheaus knew that he had sinned by stealing money from people. He felt deep sorrow and regret. After receiving Jesus' love and forgiveness, he told Jesus, "Look, I'm giving half of everything I own to the poor people, and for all the money that I've cheated people of, I'll give them back 4 times as much." Jesus forgave Zaccheaus' sin. He said, "Today, salvation has come to your house." That day, Jesus showed God's love to Zaccheaus, and it changed him. There is nothing more powerful than Christ's love.